won't be dripping the middle fence of the home straight at all. Then racing Division 2 of the Beaumont County Services Open Maiden race. 12 novices head to the first. Paddy's Yarn in a clear lead on meeting the first, where Moscow Society hit it hard. Moscow calling even, they race on towards the second, coming out of the back straight. And Paddy's Yarn, who is built up ahead of steam, has gone a good 12 lengths ahead over W.Eads and Moscow calling, with Aine's dream of choice in the fourth place as they swing off the third, shaping up towards the now just 2 fences of the home straight. There would be only half a furlong first to last. Paddy's Yarn responsible for this strong pace is clear. W.Eads in second after a break, then a further gap back to Moscow calling with Aine's choice, and then they're being hunted in by Miss McInerney with towards the outside of this one is Scarlet Peak as they continue their progress up the home straight. They're going past the fence of the home straight, looking towards the back of the field. Jack Teal and Celtic Symphony bring up the rear. Angelico and Solitary Shore and Eden Calange also towards the back as they pop over the fence over the last 2 more circuits time. This lead has been restrained. Paddy's Yarn has been joined by W.Eads. Moscow calling after 6 lengths just in third ahead of Aine's choice. Then comes Miss McInerney from the hoops and Impulsive Act. William Easterby as they go towards the open ditch. Scarlet Peak is next, and then comes Eden Calange with Solitary Shore having a couple behind, Angelico one of those, and Celtic Symphony is still the back marker. That's the open ditch out of the way. Now they go towards the fence that will take them to the completion of 1 circuit. Paddy's Yarn, who set up at a blistering pace, has now been brought under control and is just in front of W.Eads. They turn into the back straight for the next time. The gap of maybe 5 lengths has grown to Moscow calling, who's now just been preceded by Aine's choice. Then another further gap to Miss McInerney from Impulsive Shot, who rather stiff going into that fence. Just racing behind the trees and past the point from where they were dispatched on the approach towards fence number 7 of the now 16. So at the 7th, Paddy's Yarn putting a huge jump there, went on by a couple from W.Eads. At the back of the field, both Angelico and Celtic Symphony appear to be struggling. Eden Calange is bringing up the main body of the field, but there's a big gap from first to last as they head now towards the cross fence for the second time. Paddy's Yarn is a length in front of W.Eads at the cross fence once again. Aine's choice touchdown after 2 lengths in third, a further 2 lengths to Moscow calling, just in front of Erica's Dream, who sits in mid-pack. Pulling up left Angelico, Billy Garrity, and then he call it a day before jumping versus these 2 at the home straight. So now they race on towards the fence that will be the last in the circuit's time. If anything, the pace has slackened. W.Eads moved up to nose in front of Paddy's Yarn with Aine's choice in third. Moscow calling in next, then comes Erica's Dream. Little gap to Scarlet Peak, who sits mid-pack in front of Impulsive Shot and Solitary Shore. The final field comprised of Eden Calange last of all. Last but one is Miss McInerney, who was slow going into that Celtic Symphony, another one towards the back of the field. So the jumping up the home straight has been completed. Now they embark on their final circuit and race on towards the open ditch for the final time. This time it is the 11th, where Impulsive Shot was rather unbalanced going round that turn, and Aine's choice and Jack Andrews has nipped through to go up sides. Paddy's Yarn and W.Eads. Not much between this trio as they head into the back straight for the final time. Moscow calling is still in touch with those. Then comes Impulsive Shot with Erica's Dream next to the inside from Solitary Short and Celtic Symphony under a patient Jack Teal ride. Then comes Eden Calange, and dropping to last of all now is Miss McInerney. So the field that remain are extremely well grouped up, and they've never been as close to one another as they have been at the moment, as they now turn on the tap going into the back straight, and all of a sudden they begin to spring out once more. and it's Aine's Choice who jumped that one almost too well, just having a nibble at the turf on landing, and now they go behind the trees. So running on towards the last down the back, they've got 4 more fences to take in the second part of the main. Aine's Choice by 3 lengths over W.E, Erica's Dream nipping at the inside of Moscow Calling, an Impulsive Shot. Scarlet Peak's trying to make some progress. Celtic Symphony, having been held up, is now being driven. Paddyjan has run his race as they head now towards the cross fence, and it's still in front Jack Andrews aboard Aine's Choice at the third from the finish. They've still got around 3.5 furlongs to race as they meet the top of the home straight. Impulsive Shot has gone into a closing. Impulsive Act into second as they swing off the turn, and this is the second from home and a long run to the last. Aine's Choice over the second last with a clear advantage. The advantage must be at least 5 lengths over. Impulsive Act in second. Moscow Calling trying to stay on W.E. He's next. Then comes Erica's Dream, and they're clear for the remainder, being headed by the staying on Solitary Shore. So this is the final fence that they're almost upon, and holding this clear advantage is Aine's Choice. It must be at least 8 lengths, and seemingly only has to jump the final obstacle, which he does in style. Over in second, Impulsive Shot. We've got an unseat for Erica's Dream when disputing second place at the final fence, but a quick double for Jack Andrews as he goes on to score on Aine's Choice. Impulsive Act finishing second. Solitary Shot quite high-catching, run on into third in front of W.E. Moscow Calling with next. Scarlet Peak and Qinlan, and Celtic Symphony will be last to finish